Big battle here. The Thracian army that had just recently lost a battle has been caught, and it's doing quite a lot of damage, but it's also going to probably lose. Yes, it did. So the Thracians losing on both fronts. Magna Graecia has apparently not managed to take back anything. Oh, they're going straight for the city. Now, that is interesting. They're defeated in the south. Oh, it looks like the crossing is on. Well, that is a chunky amount of troops, actually. Mercenaries from 2 city-states, going up to 138,000 men. Good lord. Yeah, mercenary armies in the late game are really something crazy. That's really big. Doesn't have the big archer bonus, F for Jake, yeah. He didn't have all of the bonuses, but, I mean, archers are still decent. He's got some of the bonuses. It's the hills, or is it the forest bonus for barbarians that's really, really good. What would happen if there was a battle with 3 nations that are all at war with each other? How would the game handle it? The third party to enter the territory would sit idle for the battle, and then they would attack the winner. Right, so it looks like the Macedonians are going to win this battle, but they're going to lose so many men in it. Maybe I can switch to Macedon so we can see the outcome of the battle, perhaps. Hopefully that is enough to see the outcome. Yeah, the tactics, when you're fighting against vassals, they don't do depth of generals, so you can do it and just win. Depth of generals is very easy to accomplish against vassals like this, or just AI in general. So that's that battle over, done with, and victorious for the Magna Graecians. They kill 63,000. They lose 74,000. So, I mean, it wasn't exactly the best battle of all time. But look at this. This is, what, 2 armies, 36 and 115 stack. That's crazy huge. That must come from somebody's capital. Maybe they were the ones from Syracuse or, Acragas. Forest, 15%. Yeah, I thought so. We got Lugia. Why are you moving around there? What's your dealings? There is no war between Lugia and Albion. It looks like that's not going to be a thing. If we switch to Pictonia, are they just holding the river, perhaps? It looks like they've given up on Magna Graecia, honestly. Magna Graecia no longer has an army down here, and he didn't manage to take any of the forts. So did he just straight up give up down here? It seems like it. He can peace out with Celtiberia very soon. See, this is what Arvernia needs to be worried about. If he loses this, if Macedon is no longer at war with Magna Graecia, this horde, and all of Magna Graecia's troops are going to pivot, attack Arvernia while he's at war with Albion. We're going to see this territory go back to Emporion. We're going to see a big chunk going to Magna Graecia, and the Gauls are dead. They need that war to end before this one. And, well, there is absolutely no effort being made by Arvernia to make that happen. They're more interested in fighting Albion, whose troops are objectively way fucking better. There is a lot more Gauls, but there are way more decent troops on the British Isles, and Belgium. Oh no, this bit's Belgium. Whatever, you know what I mean. Fuck it, Albion. Right, Rhegion has fallen to Macedon, and I guess they're just getting enough troops to then make a crossing, perhaps? I mean, they're not going to be able to take Messana in time, and these troops are better. So we're going to see you try and cross, fail, and then a counterattack, perhaps? That's what I'm expecting, at least. Magna Graecia still not going after this region again. How soon till you lose? Oh god, it's 900 days. But only 600 days until you beat Celtiberia. And you got 50 war score. You could be sending peace deals. Maybe we should stick with the Celtiberian perspective so we can possibly see some of those peace deals come in. Oh god, it's gonna happen, isn't it? Magna Graecia is going to win against all odds against a ton of dudes. All of this, they're going to beat both wars. That's fucked up. And I think at this point, he probably deserves it. But we're going to stick with Celtiberia, because I'm expecting peace deals. I mean, at 50 war score, if he was to sue for peace, offer peace, I mean, 50 war score, it's not a massive amount of territory, but it's enough to make a bloody big dent into Celtiberia. And that's what he can offer or demand right now. The longer he waits, the worse it gets, and, you know, I think the time limit is going to be on the Arvernian War, unless we see Magna Graecia continually go and retake one of these territories just to reset this timer, or rather this timer. Which they can do, they've got the fleet to do it. We've got some Numidians, what are you up to? Nothing interesting, okay. Let's go and check on the Antigonids. Ooh, big battle. Pisuria have come to the aid of Iberia, and this is a really chunky battle. We've got a ton of troops involved, but like I said, mostly there's a lot of horse archers, there's a lot of heavy infantry. It's fairly balanced, actually. I was expecting just a ton of spam on one unit, but that's just not the case. We might end up seeing Iberia get involved as well. When we see the horse archers fill the front line, that's when they're going to start doing massive amounts of damage, because the troops of Thrace is very heavily weighted towards heavy infantry. There's got a ton of archers there as well. I guess they're decent. I mean, archers really should be the counter to horse archers. Because, I mean, if you're riding on a horse, you've got less accuracy than somebody who is, you know, just standing still. Probably got more range as well. So I would say that regular archers should be the counter to that. You know, you can't have anything be just solely dominant. But unfortunately, now we've got a lot of light infantry on the front lines. They're just dying so rapidly to the heavy infantry strength of Thrace. While that's going on, is there anything going up in the north? It doesn't look like it. There's some mercs from Macedon moving around. They're not doing too much interesting. Where can you even retreat to? Where did you come in? I don't see any fleet, although maybe if I switch to Pisuria, we might see a fleet, but we don't. Did he walk the whole way around? That'd be fairly stupid if he did. But I don't see a big enough fleet to really support that. There's 22 ships. He must have more somewhere. Another 22 ships. I don't see where his fleet came from. He must have walked around. Alright, so reinforcements. There is quite a few there. It'd be nice if it just had a list. It's like, okay, there is 100 reinforcements. But I do feel like they've got more reinforcements than Thrace. Most of their reinforcements is heavy infantry. You've got enough horse archers to cover that heavy infantry. You've also camels and light cab on top of that. I think this might end up being a victory for Pisuria. The morale is going down so slowly that it's going to come down to reinforcements. Also, we've got some donkeys going on the front line. That'll be changed next session, or next update. Which I guess would be the next session because it'd be a new multiplayer game for us. Whatever, it doesn't matter. We've got Thrace removing some troops. I don't know why, though. Why would you retreat these? Maybe to reinforce them and then get back in there? Maybe? Maybe he feels he's already won the battle? I mean, the morale is still relatively close. If he had the tactics advantage, it'd be a wash. I think the Pisurian would have walked all over the Thracians here. But I just don't think he's got... I don't think he's got the general for it. Is this all in one army, perhaps? No, it's not. He's got a few armies here. It's just hard to click on them. Is it all in one army? Well, either way, he's won the battle. Oh, and the 23,000 come in far too late, though, and they're going to die. So yeah, we lost 100,000, they lost 56,000. So Syria can't, you know, they can't take those losses and keep winning like that. They're going to have to do something different. Alright, Magna Graecia, let's have a look at you. 51 war score on Celtiberia. The peace may be signed in 400 days. There's another 600 days until the peace may be signed with Arvernia. So that's not going super well. We got a big battle here between Pictonia and Albion. And it looks like Albion is counteracting the reinforcements. And Pictonia is having to walk around. The thing is, if he walks around, then you just get involved anyway. There's no fort here, so you could just stop him from reinforcing. You just march here instead, and he's doing that. And he's caught him as well. So you're going to win 2 battles instead of 1. Unless this can be turned around. It looks like... No, the morale is on Albion's side. It looked for a second like Albion were maybe going to lose that. But unfortunately, Albion is going to win both. We got Arvernia, we're like, I'm helping. I'm helping, guys. I'm fucking helping. I mean, I guess he's got fuck all food, but at the same time, just do something. I mean, you should be sieging this one here, so you can siege these without losing food. So Pictonia, unfortunately, defeated in both battles. There's still 150,000 Brittonic troops just marching around everywhere. So, what we need to see is Pictonia recognize that Celtiberia is going to lose. Oh god, no, he's doing it again! He's going to snipe it again, reset the timer, and he's just going to keep doing that again and again. But, like I said, what Pictonia or Arvernia needs to do is march their army around here. They can go the whole way, and then they need to... Oh, there's all forts here. Maybe not then. I mean, they can march... Actually, nowhere. This is completely locked off. This fort is protection. These forts are protection. Now, you've got this fort, but then you move here and you're caught by this fort. There's actually no way to get to that provincial capital. You would need to properly siege it, and by that time, you're out of there. What they need to do is maybe siege settlement of Outreca. And then they can march down here, reset this timer, so it just gives them the opportunity to beat the Magna Graecians before their war ends. Because like I said, as soon as that war ends, Arvernia is fucked. They are straight up fucked. They use supply trains. Who are we talking about? Didn't armies use mules and not donkeys? I don't fucking know. This is not the same thing. Aren't mules like just literally donkeys? Or are they just like donkey-like horses? I have no idea. Makes little difference. Supply dudes. Is Imperator Rome still a broken game? There are parts of it that are broken. There are parts of it that are really fun. I don't think just straight up saying it's broken is accurate, though. It's certainly gotten a lot better since release. Romans used their backs. That's true. Was that the Mauryan reforms that really changed the way their armies functioned to, you know, lessen the supply or the reliance on supply trains and really improved the efficiency of just campaigns in general. Also, wasn't this for supply wagons rather than carrying? And it's a donkey. A mule is a half donkey, half horse. So I was close then. I was close. It's basically a donkey-like horse. I think I'm fairly accurate in saying that. Job done. All right. We have Numidia trying with their spammy elephants to cross the straits. It failed. Are we eventually going to see Macedon attempt to make a... Oh, we are seeing it right now. This could be where Macedon fails. There are 411 ships here. They lose a battle, they try to retreat. This ship comes out, they lose. What I'm expecting, and hoping he doesn't do, is clicks this button here. Because if he does, as we're probably going to see about 50,000 Macedonians die. Have you seen it? Yes, you have. There's going to be a big battle, and Macedon are going to lose. I mean, why would he think this was a good idea? Is he maybe thinking that Magna Graecia's looking elsewhere, or that he has maybe lost his mind? Why would you not attack this? He's crossed a strait onto a hill, and he's going to get absolutely creamed. He's got a very good general, that's true. But it doesn't matter. Ooh, thankfully he's got the tactic as well. And actually, his general is good enough to completely countermand the river crossing and terrain. He's actually going to win. He's actually going to win this. What the fuck? Also, Magna Graecia doesn't know how to do ships. These guys shouldn't be out yet. These guys should only be out when they start retreating. Therefore, it starts a new battle. Right now, if he starts retreating, he can just retreat. There's no problem whatsoever. We've got... Oh, and the Macedonian navy's here to attack them as well. I mean, the battle might be a win. I mean, he's changed the tactic now. We've got more Magna Graecians here than we have Macedonians. But again, it doesn't matter. Macedon's going to be able to retreat. There's actually no issue whatsoever. He has now taken away his level 15. He's going to change the tactic, come back in. He's lost the battle, though. It's completely pointless to do anything here. You need to retreat. We got some Numidians coming in. That navy is going to die. It needs to stop. This battle needs to stop. Yeah, it was a fail. But then again, they killed about as much as they lost. It wasn't too terrible. And now we're going to see the exact opposite happen, and we're going to see the Magna Graecians cross the straits. This time, though, we've got Macedon with a better general, and it's a +6 on the rolls. It's not going to be close. The only reason it's remotely close is because the morale difference and the tactics. We've got a super piece from Lugia, white piece. Why would Lugia want a white piece? They got it. They're not at war with anyone, but they got their white piece anyway. Fair enough. So, is Macedon going to be able to do anything here? I mean, he's lost the naval battle. So you might as well just give up there. As for this battle, I mean, you're killing way more than you're losing. This army used to be bigger than yours, and now it's much smaller. Magna Graecia's abandoned Numidia and left Numidia to keep fighting, probably while his attention is elsewhere. That's going to be a big win, especially as his morale started out so low and he still managed to hold off and hold Rhegion. But clearly, like, they completely fucked up here. They could have killed 150,000 troops if they'd played it smart, but they didn't, and I guess something he needs to learn how to do. This battle is almost over. Macedon's going to lose it, and we may see... There we go. They lost 104. We lost 200, basically. Call that about 150 that they lost. So that's not too bad. That is not too bad. Try again next time. Celtiberia still badly sieged. Let's check on your perspective. Do we have any attempt whatsoever to change this around? Come on, let me click on the nation. There we go. We've got 77,000 troops. Not really doing anything super useful. Sieging a couple of things. But yeah, this war is definitively a loss for Celtiberia. Definitively a loss as well for Pictonia. Just losing so badly. Their capital will be sacked. The Albion, the Brittonic troops are just so bad. For some reason, I just want to see Magna Graecia burn. Honestly, me too. I want Magna Graecia and Macedon to just explode because they've been hugboxy the entire game, and I'm not a fan of any of that kind of action. So seeing them both lose is just kind of sweet. I'm kind of like supporting anyone but them. In this war, I am supporting Pictonia. I think he kind of deserves a break. Albion's been flipping between alliance blocks. I guess that is a fair way to play. You can totally play that way. It's fun to see, but at the same time, he's attacking them while he's attacking Magna Graecia. I want Magna Graecia to burn, and Albion is getting in the way of that. So I'm sorry, I just cannot support Albion in this. Boja is about to die. They're losing their last bit of territory to Mauria, who has finally hit 10,000 pops. Good stuff. That is the first player to do that. He's huge, though. He's like the entirety of India. You can get 1,000 pops as Judea. Just saying, go check my Judea campaign. Right. So, we see Albion has lost a battle. His troops have retreated to Pictonian Akron. Are we going to see this massive troops converge and make this Dunkirk? No. No, we're not. That's a shame. I do like, though, what we see Albion doing. All these little ships, they are early warning signals to say, oh, by the way, we're being invaded. It's good. It's really good. It's kind of what you want to do as Albion. It's a good play. In the next MP, maybe limit player allies. We did. We did, and it didn't work. We need to do something with alliances. I'm not sure what yet. Maybe limited to one player ally. I've done that in another multiplayer. We had a 2-player ally limit for everyone. It didn't change much, and I ended up being, as in Italy, I ended north in Italy. I was allied with someone who owned all of Spain. We were at war with literally every other player. So yeah, limiting allies, it doesn't work because what you end up having is alliance blocks of, okay, this guy's allied to this guy, but he's talking to this other guy who's allied to a different guy, and they both attack the same person at the same time. So what the fuck is the point? It makes so little difference. It's kind of useless, actually. It doesn't change anything. It's a player mindset thing that needs to change, and we're not going to see that because players will be players. Let's go and have a check on the Iberia-Thrace conflict. See if anything's changed here. The war goal still hasn't been taken. I actually don't see any Thracian troops. Where are they? We've got 100,000 sitting in Mesembria. Seemingly a bit of a stalemate going on. Neither side attacking either. They're just sitting there. You're sitting behind your forts. You're sitting ready to maybe attack the forts. This army's not going to gain any morale while it's in forced march, so maybe that's something that Kush needs to fix.